Well, well, well. Look around you, my friend. What do you see? A lampshade, a chair, a flower, a vase, a cup of coffee, and even a single sock maybe lying on the floor. Well, guess what? Those are all the same things. Yep, you heard me right. They are all everything. Think about it. That lampshade is made up of molecules, which are made up of atoms, which are made up of subatomic particles, and those subatomic particles, well, they're found in everything else. That chair you're sitting on, it's made up of the same stuff as the lampshade. The flower, the vase on the table, you guessed it, same molecules as everything else. And as far as that sock on the floor, oh boy, don't get me started on that one. That sock is made up of yarn, which is made up of fabric, which is made up of, you guessed it, molecules. It's like that famous saying that goes, there truly is nothing new under the sun. But don't let that discourage you. Just because everything around us is everything else doesn't mean we can't appreciate the uniqueness of every object. I mean, look at the flower vase. Sure, it's made up of the same molecules as everything else, but the way the light hits it just right and the way it complements those flowers, it's simply exquisite. And that chair? So comfortable, so inviting. I could sit in it for hours. Listen, everything around us is everything else. Yep, you heard me right. From the smallest ant to the biggest elephant, from the tiniest atom to the vastness of the universe, everything is connected. And to top it off, there's truly nothing new under the sun. I know. It sounds like a downer, but trust me, it's not. So picture this. You wake up one fine day and decide you're going to create something totally new and unique and something that's never been done before, and you sit down and you pour yourself a cup of coffee and you start brainstorming, and then you come up with what you think is an amazing, unique idea, and then you're feeling pretty good about yourself until you realize someone else has already come up with that same damn thing. Fuck. Well, here's the thing. In a way, you're not wrong. Your idea is unique because it's coming from you. And no one thinks like you. But at the same time, it's not unique because it's coming from the same pool of knowledge that everyone else has access to. So think about it. The people who came up with the first airplane had to have some sort of knowledge about physics and engineering, right? And the people who came up with the first computer had to have some understanding of math and science, and so on and so forth, right? So every idea that we have, every innovation we've come up with is built upon what came before us. We may be adding our own unique twist to it, but the foundation remains the same. It's like a building of a house. You may decorate it in the way that's unique to you, but the house is still built on the same foundation that every other house is built on. Now you might be thinking, well, damn, Missy, if there's nothing new under the sun, then what's the point of creating anything? And that's where I'm gonna hit you with some truth. The point of creating is to express ourselves.
It's all your expression.
To put our own spin on things.
Yourself
to make something, to take something that already exists and make it our own.
Within your creation.
It's not about being the first one to do something.
We are.
It's about doing it in a new way, in a way that's true to who we are.
We are the Son in the Father, and the Father in the Son.
The fact that everything is connected and there's nothing new under the sun should be a source of joy.
A joy from the source.
But it's not just physical things. So, you know what you're thinking? This is kind of depressing, right? Everything is just a recycled version of everything else, right? Everything around us is everything else, and there's truly nothing new under the sun. We're living in a world where everything is interconnected and nothing exists in isolation. Yeah, the dusty old vase that your grandma has tucked away in her attic is related to everything else in this world. How? Let me blow your mind for a minute. That love song you can't stop humming has the same themes as the Shakespeare sonnet your English teacher made you read in high school. That new movie you've been dying to see has the same story structure as the ancient Greek plays that have withstood the test of time. Even the most cutting-edge scientific theories are built on foundations of theories that have been around for centuries. Now, I know what you're thinking, okay? This is kind of depressing, right? Everything's just a recycled version of something else. But let me assure you, that is not actually that bad thing. It's pretty cool. Knowing that everything is connected makes you realize there's no such thing as normal or weird. Everything just is. So embrace your quirks and your unique perspectives, because ultimately, that's what makes you important pieces of this interconnected puzzle that is the universe. Your uniqueness is what adds the uniqueness to everything that's already just that always existed for all of time. So next time you feel like you've stumbled upon something entirely new and original, take a step back, look at the bigger picture. Everything around us is everything else, and that's not a bad thing. It's just a reminder that we're all in this crazy connected world together. Yep, you heard that right. Okay, so let me break it down again in another way, right? Okay. You know that smoothie that you drink? You know that smoothie you drink for like either energy or a workout smoothie or your health? It wasn't just some random mixture of fruits and vegetables that you threw in the blender. No. It was a combination of elements that came together to create this delicious concoction. The water that was used to grow the produce came from the rivers and lakes and oceans. The soil that nurtured the plants that came from minerals and decayed organic matter. And the sun that provided the energy for photosynthesis was created billions of years ago in a supernova explosion. See? Everything's connected. And let's not even talk about fashion. New fashion. Have you noticed how fashion trends just always come back around? Bell bottoms, shoulder pads, oversized glasses, neon colors, they all made a comeback after a few years. Bell bottoms, shoulder pads, oversized glasses, neon colors. It's like the fashion industry is playing a giant game of dress up from the past. It's truly nothing new under the sun, I told you. I mean, even our beloved Star Wars franchise is built on the idea that everything is connected. The Force binds everything together, connecting beings and objects in the galaxy. I am your father, anyone mind blown? I am your father, anyone mind blown? Huh, get it? Even the enemy that he thought he was his enemy, it was his father. We're part of a giant web of interconnectedness. There is no escaping. So next time you drink that smoothie or wear those bell bottoms, remember you're a part of something bigger than yourself. It's not enough to make you feel special. I don't know what would be. But remember, you're never truly alone because everything is connected. Now, who's ready for a group hug?